I'm back.
I'll deal with you later.
Hey everyone! Bearded Middle Eastern game reviewer number 4000 here. Seeing as how every single bone in my body was broken, I had to spend some time in the hospital. Although while I was there, I had the strangest epiphany. Help. Help. Everything hurts. Oh, that big monkey. I was just trying to do a parody of the Kagi Catcher show. Oh, hey. Video games? I love video games. Okay, here's the deal. Video games. I want them. So what do you do when you want a new game? Well, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But in the case of childhood, if you were a kid like me with no job and no allowance, then video games weren't something that you saw too often. I mean, honestly, look at this kid. Does he look like he could hold up a 9-to-5 job? I mean, well, I'm like 12 in this image, and I'm drinking out of a sippy cup. A sippy cup! So 12-year-old me had no choice but to wait for the holidays or his birthday to get a new game. Yeah, in the meantime, I would play games I already had, but that wasn't saying much. There's only so many times I can play through Sierra's hit classic, The Hobbit. The Hobbit. The Hiblet.
Mutton yesterday, mutton today, and blimey, it don't look like mutton again tomorrow.
Not a blinking bit of man flesh have we had.
Shut your mouth!
So when the time to get a new game did arrive, there was a certain type of video game that I was very fond of. Since I knew it would be a while until I got a new one, I always had an eye out for these. Game compilations. Wow, so many games in one spot. Look at how many there are. Oh, what's a boy to play? Game companies put these out as a way to re-release their older games on newer consoles or simply to attempt to package certain games together. You can see this trend still being practiced today with games being bundled together as one, or even some of the mini consoles. The Nintendo Switch Online service is a great example of this. Too bad the service sucks! You're telling me I can get 7 great Sonic games, plus extra games, plus bonus features in one easy-to-swallow package? Yes, please! Now, while I could go over the different types of game compilations out there, I wanted to share the game compilation that I had when I was a kid. If you've been around the channel for a while, you probably know which one I'm gonna talk about. The So is this like an evil twin thing that we're doing now? Have we stooped that low? He got the six-pack. Out of his six-pack. The six-pack was a compilation of the best-selling Sega Genesis games sold near the end of the console's life. You may remember it from my very first video I put on this channel. Since I've already covered Sonic the Hedgehog, we're just gonna hop straight to the second game on here. Super Hang-On. Super Hang-On is a game similar to that of Rad Racer, Super Monaco GP, or Hang-On. Originally an arcade game, it was released on the Sega Genesis, which is a pretty faithful port. In the campaign mode, you race to win money and upgrade your motorcycle to win against rivals. It's hard, but it's pretty fun. The arcade mode is the one I played the most when I was younger. It was fun, but I never got that far with it. And even now, I'm still learning new things. Something neat that I never knew is that if you get up to 280 kilometers per hour, you can hold the C button to perform a boost. Now, that would have been useful to know back then, because like I said, I wasn't really that good at this. But this is kind of a game changer. Super Hang-On is your typical run-of-the-mill racing game, but a pretty darn fun one at that. I give it 2 thumbs up. That was 2. Next on the list is Revenge of Shinobi. And no, I'm not talking about the one on the Game Boy Advance with the same name and no connection to the one on the Genesis. What? As for who's Shinobi, why are they seeking revenge? I don't know. Why is Spider-Man mentioned in the copyright screen? I want answers, damn it! Revenge of Shinobi is a game where you are indeed a shinobi and you do shinobi-like things. Musashi is on a mission to save his girlfriend and fights through many classic ninja story enemies, such as samurai, ninjas, dogs, the US military, Spider-Man. Spider-Man?! Did Spider-Man just swing into my ninja game? This is completely out of left field. Oh, there he goes. And we never see him again. Man, the paper's gonna love this one.
Spider-Man,
He's a criminal. That's who he is. A vigilante. A public menace.
Whilst you do play as a shinobi in this game, you need something of actual shinobi reflexes to play properly. There are some moves that are pretty hard to pull off in this game. For example, there's just double jump, but it's super freaking annoying to pull off. You have to be so precise and press the jump button at the exact pixel to get it right. Now this wouldn't be a problem, but there are some pretty precise jumps you need to make in some levels. No matter how many times I practice double jumping, I lose the rhythm. I'd have an easier time keeping track of the amount of days I've avoided paying the electric bill. I swear I'm not leeching off the neighbors. It got to the point where I had to count to myself out loud so I could keep the proper timing. This is one of those trial and error games where you better know where everything is, or else you can expect to see the game over screen as much as and the script is blank. I didn't know what to write here.
That's a good one.
Avengers Shinobi is a fun and challenging game, but super unforgiving to the new player. I give it a thumbs up with a celebratory handshake. Golden Axe is a game where you play as Abs, Boobs, and Thor.
Well, it hurt.
In this game, our quest is to stop the Death Adder. He can't stop adding the number of people he's killed to his death count. You see, it's funny because he's a Death Adder and he's adding to the death count. Well, wait, get like a calculator, but well.
That was tough to watch, wasn't it? Hi, I'm Reese. If you or a loved one has been in contact with someone like this, you may be entitled to compensation. Call the number on your screen today and you could be reimbursed for the bullshittery you've had to put up with.
Certain medical conditions and incidents are not covered by this program, including but not limited to nausea, coughing, explosive diarrhea, projectile vomiting, toe jab, itchy anus, leprosy, long fingernails, Gangrene, erectile dysfunction, and sudden death. Payment of $500 plus shipping and handling required in order to participate. We are not responsible for any bounced checks that may occur. Do not argue with tech support about not being eligible. We could care less if you lose any money, so stick it up your asses.
Take your sanity back today.
I'm sorry. Golden Axe is your run-of-the-mill fantasy medieval side-scroller beat-em-up that has its own set of glorious decisions made by glorious people. Glorious. For one, you have to be at the exact same ground level as an enemy to be able to hit them. And God forbid you end up in between two enemies because they will make a dwarf sandwich out of you. I've seen times where I've lost all 3 bars of health because I keep getting caught in between enemies. Minor complaint, but still kind of annoying. Every character can perform a special magic ability by collecting these vials. You collect them from these little freaks you find around the game. The blue ones have magics and the green ones have food. They also show up in between levels to steal the ones you have. Come here, you little sh**. Wow, there they are. It's a miracle.
I thank you for the courage, for you have rid us of the hideous Death Adder. But I feel he may have been taking orders. Sometimes he did disappear into that door.
We better go in there then. He might be holding some innocent people hostage or maybe even working on a secret weapon to bring the annihilation of our own world. Let's go in. Golden Axe is a pretty fun adventure for the first couple of playthroughs before you realize how short of a game it is. You can beat it in under 30 minutes, so it's kind of a cakewalk. I give it a cologne spray out of 5. Next up is Streets of Rage. A criminal organization has taken over the government and police force in the city, and it's up to 3 young police officers to take it back. Seems like a big responsibility. If a criminal organization took over our government, that's a big cause of concern. Shouldn't they be getting, like, the military in on this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the crime organization known as the People's Underground Syndicate of Suspicious Young Sinners has taken over the city and government. We're taking this matter very seriously. We're going to be deploying 3 young police officers to fight off the syndicate using only their bare hands, bats, bottles, knives, and anything else they can get their hands on. We'll be taking questions now, so please don't be afraid to ask anything. The public deserves to know what's going on. Yeah, on the front.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. 3 officers going in alone to fight the entire syndicate? Isn't that dangerous?
Yeah, oh man.
Then what guarantee can you give us that they'll come back unharmed?
That question wasn't on the list!
Unlike Golden Axe, you don't have to be at the exact same ground level as your enemy to hit them. You just need to be in the approximate area, so it's pretty consistent. You can pull off some pretty cool stunts and fight in style. Taking out a group of criminals is always satisfying. The bosses are a nice challenge, and there's a large variety of them. Well, you found your way here. Would you consider becoming my right-hand man? Considering how many times you've tried to kill me up until this point, pretty reasonable offer.
Oh, well, color me impressed. I'm amazed you made it all the way over here. Well, instead of killing me or whatever you're planning to do, how's about becoming my right-hand man?
You think I'm just gonna throw away everything I just fought for? No, you're going
I
down.
also have shawarma Wednesdays.
Will we kill him tonight, boss? Of course, you can decide to go the good ending route and defeat the organization, bringing peace to the city. But is it worth it to give up all those shawarmas? Streets of Rage is a wonderful beat-em-up game and a staple of the Sega Genesis library. If somebody asks you what game they should play on the Sega Genesis first, definitely mention this title. I give it a Sonic Knuckle Sandwich out of 5. Last game on here is a game. Columns. Well, these girls look like they're having a good time.
End my suffering.
The goal of the game is to combine 3 or more jewels next to each other to earn points. It's actually pretty relaxing at first. Sort of the love child between Bejeweled and Puyo Puyo. The columns fall faster and faster the higher the level you get, and it starts to become a real challenge. Being someone with ADHD, this game is actually pretty helpful. It's a great tool to help with getting to focus. And focus. And focus. And focus. I can't stop playing the game. I can't stop. No. No. No!
I like it here.
Whoa, what is this purgatory? Oh, it's the end of the video, my mistake. A new well, actually this is an old video, but to you it might be new if you're not a subscriber. And speaking of not being a subscriber, why don't you go ahead and fix that? Subscribe to the Retro Count, and also just for you mega fans out there, there's his house address. Okay, bye. This is so